and welcome everyone. Herzlich willkommen alle. That's only 3 words in German, and it would have been 6, except René saw my notes and he told me my first 3 were wrong. So, Entschuldigung Sie mich, ich spreche kein Deutsch. Thank you to IBKA and the organising committee for all the work they've done to put this convention together. To be surrounded by rational people, being in the majority. It's a fantastic feeling. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're inspired by it. Just to introduce Atheist Alliance International, for those of you who don't know us, we're a global alliance. Our members are individuals and other atheist and free thought groups around the world. We've got members in around 40 countries, including Germany, across Europe, and lots of other places. We're proud to support this convention with IBKA and the Giordano Bruno Foundation. A lot of people ask why we have atheist conventions, why we coalesce around this absence of belief. So I want to talk a bit about why we are here. It is hard to generalise about atheists, all that independent thinking and not having a book to tell us what to do. It is a good thing. But it also means it's hard to generalise because we don't necessarily have things in common beyond the basic point we've figured out there aren't any gods. But since you've taken the time to come to an atheist convention, I will generalise about you a little, to say that you care about the world you live in. Because it turns out that caring about fairness and social issues is often what atheists do have in common. It is a little ironic. One of the common accusations against us is that we think life is meaningless. As you know, that's wrong, and it's easily shown to be wrong by looking at the causes that atheists rally around. The right of women to control their own bodies, fighting discrimination against LGBT people, opposition to all the different ways that religion has privilege in our society. Obviously, there are many specific issues I could point to, but what is often underlying our actions is caring about other people and caring about the fairness of the world that we live in. I don't know exactly what it is that brings each of you here this weekend, but whatever it is, thank you for caring. We care and we see injustice, so we want to make a difference. And together we do make a difference. Just for a start, we all make a difference by participating, by providing the sense of community we're going to enjoy this weekend. Online, in groups, I know there's many atheist groups that are represented here this weekend, and at conventions. It is fantastic that this convention is part of a worldwide spread of atheist events. There is a range in history of conventions in the United States, but it's a newer thing in other parts of the world. And in the last few years, AAI supported events in Australia, Denmark, Ireland, Canada, Gambia, Kenya, the Philippines, and now here we are in Germany. An event like this is a great way to get like-minded people together and push the next wave of action on atheist and secular issues. Contrary to what our critics say, we're not coalescing around nothing. We're coalescing around the positive values that we stand for reason, for critical thinking, for practical secular goals. So thanks for coming here this weekend to be one more person that's part of this global push. I'll briefly mention a couple of specific issues that AAI is involved in to make a positive difference in the world. I think it's fantastic that as well as working on issues in their home country, many people and groups are supporting atheists in difficult situations elsewhere. As we all know, one of the most effective tools atheists have is education. If we can ensure children receive a science-based education and are taught how to think, not what to think, we'll go a long way towards combating religious influence. So AAI supports the Kazizi Humanist Primary School in Uganda, both directly and through a student and teacher sponsorship program. The school is only a couple of years old, but it's growing fast, with over 300 students and looking to expand from the primary levels to offer secondary education also. We want this school to be just a start, so we're looking for opportunity to support explicitly non-religious schools in other places.
Because we wanted to hear from each other.
Another critical issue for atheists globally is freedom of expression. We're a minority, and pretty much every time we talk, somebody is going to claim that they're offended. So it's up to us to stand up for those who are persecuted for not believing in any gods. Alexander An is an Indonesian man who was attacked and arrested after posting "God does not exist" on Facebook. His trial is currently underway. AAI and other groups have undertaken formal protests on Alexander's behalf, and we've been fundraising to assist with his legal expenses. Alexander is paying an awful personal price, but if any good is to come out of it, it will be because his situation has pushed the issue of freedom of expression and tackling religious privilege into the spotlight again. Obviously, it is good that most of us don't face these kinds of risks, but we do face at least social pressure to not criticise religion, including sometimes from other atheists. But if we want things to change, we must speak up, and this convention is part of that process. Now, there are certainly people who have no problem at all telling it like it is, and that is a good thing. But I know that not everyone is so forthright. So I hope this weekend helps provide you with the language, the logic, and the encouragement to exercise your freedom of expression to criticise religion. And more formally, we think there's scope for a specifically atheist voice at the international level. This year, AAI applied for consultative status with the United Nations and the Council of Europe. If status is granted, we'll have the ability to contribute to human rights forums and share information gathered from groups and people like you to continue to push for change. There is a lot of work to do, but that means there's a lot of ways for you to make a positive difference. This weekend you'll hear a lot about what's going on in Europe and around the world to promote atheism and secularism. I hope you'll be inspired to start or to continue to contribute personally and to support the groups that are doing valuable work. So finally, and less seriously, we are here to enjoy ourselves. This weekend you'll get to hear from world-class speakers and meet lots of nice, rational people. Have a great time, and thank you very much.
Juni,